Hi, it's Patrick Hutzel from Intensive Care at Home, where we provide tailor-made solutions for long-term ventilated adults and children with tracheostomies by improving their quality of life, and where we also provide tailor-made solutions to hospitals and intensive care units to save money and resources whilst providing quality care. In the last blog, I shared the story of the little girl trapped between hospital and home. You can check out the last blog by clicking on the link below this video. In this week's blog, I want to share another story that made headlines around the world in the last few weeks and even months. And in this week, I want to discuss Charlie Gard, the little baby who wasn't allowed to die at home. Charlie Gard and his parents, Chris Gard and Connie Yates, have made numerous headlines in the last few months. Chris Gard and Connie Yates have made desperate pleas to the authorities, including the UK High Court, as well as to the European Court of Human Rights, to try and save their baby boy's life whilst he was in the paediatric ICU in Ormond Hospital in London in the UK. They have initially raised about $1.7 million to get baby Charlie experimental treatment in the United States, but the High Court in the UK didn't allow the transport to America. Even their last desperate plea to let baby Charlie die at home was denied by the courts. Initially, the judge ruled that Charlie must die in a hospital or hospice and that dying at home wasn't an option, apparently because a ventilator for Charlie wouldn't fit into their house. The baby's mother, Connie Yates, was saying that the hospital had denied us our final wish. Connie Yates also added, "We just want some peace with our son. No hospital, no lawyers, no courts, no media, just quality time with Charlie away from everything to say goodbye to him in the most loving way." She also says, "Most people won't ever have to go through what we have been through. We've had no control over our son's life and also no control over our son's death." The question of when and where he should die and how long he should be kept alive became another source of acrimony between the parents and the institution responsible for his care, Great Ormond Street Hospital in London in the UK. The parents had said that their last wish was to spend several days at home with Charlie before his life support was removed. But again, Great Ormond Street said that the invasive ventilation over several days required a team of intensive care specialists and that the Gard family home was unlikely to be able to meet his needs. Now, from my experience, a judge claiming that a ventilator wouldn't fit into their home in West London is complete and utter nonsense. Mechanical ventilators usually fit through all doors. We have worked with many patients at home on ventilators, including oxygen generators, which are much bigger than ventilators. Therefore, the judge and the High Court in the UK have no idea what they are talking about. Another bunch of bureaucrats trying to deny a family a basic human right to have their son die at home on their terms. Eventually, the High Court in the UK came forward offering the family to seek out intensive care specialists who could provide the family with home care, and they couldn't find any intensive care specialists willing to help them in the shortness of time. What a shame that nobody could offer end-of-life care for baby Charlie that the parents wanted for their baby. We certainly believe at Intensive Care at Home that we could have offered this service for baby Charlie and his parents. It's also a reminder again that 75% of people in first world countries want to die at home if given a choice, and yet less than 15% of people actually do die at home. Will we now have the courts ruling where and in which circumstances people are allowed to die? What do you think? Do you think baby Charlie should have been allowed to die at home in dignity? Leave your comments on the blog. I also put links to more media exposure about when baby Charlie died in the last few days, and you can click on the links to those media outlets. Now, if you want to find out how we can help you to get your loved one out of intensive care or long-term acute care, or also out of a nursing home, or if you find that you have insufficient support for your loved one at home on a ventilator, or if you have any questions, please send me an email to patrick@intensivecareathome.com. That's Patrick just with a K at the end, or call me on one of the numbers on the top of the website. Also, check out our career section. We are also an NDIS, TAC and DVA approved community service provider in Australia. We are currently also part of the Royal Melbourne Health Accelerator program. And thank you very much for tuning into this week's blog. This is Patrick Hutzel from Intensive Care at Home, and I'll see you again next week in another update.